people. We got it's Cote, Theron, Cooper, Maker, which is fucking cool because it's about damn time. And to be fair, it's gonna be the last Tourney he does. I think we got Nick, Cammy's in it. I think Dom's gonna do it. Xerxes might do it. And I know there's one more name that I'm struggling to remember. Yeah. I'm an idiot. Why don't I just go look? This is why we have the thing. Okay. Ah, Genghis. That's it. That's it. Fuck off, Google. Ah, and we got Gubs in it, apparently. And Fridge. Yeah. Fair enough. Anyway, yeah. Figured I'd just go over that one. Because, well, doing Tourney, and it's going to be the last Tourney we do. We do have a lot of 6th gen Tourney ideas, but this is pretty much it for 4th gen. I would like to start off a couple of things. As you can see, I'm just going to keep a little doofer on the screen. I'm not going to upload these straight away, like I'm recording this the day after I have my battle, so it'll be the 6th. On the bottom is Cote's team, on the top is my team. Now, as you can see, I've got the lead off Celebi. I switched for a Scarf Heatran because I wanted triple explosion. I've got Dave, I've got Licky. I got Ambipom, and I got Spiritomb. Ambipom, I don't like at all. I fucking hell, like, the reason those two are there is because I looked at UU for 4th gen, and I felt so uninspired. I was just like, whatever, these two will do fine. However, my Ambipom is the worst fucking Ambipom set in the world, and it's pointless and dumb. Instead of the usual fake out, double hit, probably Shadow Claw / low kick with U-turn, I decided to go with knockoff, double hit, focus punch, and U-turn, and it does not work at all. It's pointless. It's really bad. So I will be changing that out. However, I'm just pointing that out. I used that in the first 3 battles I had. Spiritomb's okay. It's a trick band with Wisp. It's not especially great either, but it's slightly better. Anyway, all this is just a little bit explaining the team, saying who's in it, saying what it is. And yeah, basically, the first 3 matches, pretty frustrating. Because, the first 2, I played like arse, like complete bollocks, and, yeah, the third one, bit better, but anyway. Yeah, we'll start this, because I just wanted to record this little pre-bit, which, now that I look back on it, was pretty pointless, but since I haven't narrated a battle in fucking ages, I actually kind of wanted to focus on narrating, so that I can, you know, do that, and give my thought processes and where I fucked up and things, as opposed to having to waffle on and doing what I'm doing now. Blah, shut up. Okay, right. Cote, yes. Battle for the man. And I was quite looking forward to this. And I wish I hadn't been. I'm always looking forward to some 4th gen, but yeah. Whenever I look forward to something, it's like when I play Robotic Sexy. When I look forward to something, I just crap in my pants and it goes wrong. Doesn't always happen, though. Oh, it'd be awkward if it did. Anyway, I didn't know what Celebi. He's out for Blaziken. I think, you know what? You know who's going to tank this? Dave will, because Dave's got a lot of HP. He hasn't got the greatest defense, but I figured he could have it. Now, that was misplay number 1. On the first turn, no less. Amazing. I have a Heatran. It's 4th gen. He hasn't seen my Heatran. Why would he make the play to try and kill the Heatran? I should have just gone into Heatran and scared him away. Would have made a lot more sense. So I go into Dave expecting him to live it, and Dave gets flattened, and I was like, oh, okay. Now I go into Heatran. He's going to switch out, and he's going to go into his Blissey, and I see that, and I'm like, that's poor. I've already lost one of my exploders, and, you know, one of the quickest guys on my team. So it's not exactly looking perky already. But yeah, I should have just gone it. I think the main reason I was worried is I figured that he might end up predicting the switch out into something like Heatran because it was so obvious and Celebi was there. But on the other hand, you know, he'd have to make that play, and there's not much point predicting when you're faced with a lead off Celebi. So I don't know. And even if he did, then I go into Dave, and Dave's in a better spot. So it's kind of iffy, but yeah, it just wasn't a good, smart play to make straight off the bat. Anyway, I'm going to go into Spiritomb as he predicts the switch out of Heatran and goes for Toxic, because of course, why wouldn't he? I mean, you know, it's Heatran that's locked into Earth Power. What's it going to do? So he makes the good play. I go into Spiritomb. He goes Soft Boil, predicting something. I don't think Spiritomb can really hit Bliss that hard at all apart from Pursuit. So I just go for a trick, and now that thing is banded. And he's going to go back into his Blaziken as I switch out and go back into my Celebi. And I swear to God, man, Celebi was such a hindrance in this battle. Like, it was key later on in another battle, but this one just kicked my ass in. Anyway, this time I grow a brain and just switch straight into Heatran, because it looks like I didn't see any Life Orb damage, so I'm assuming he's locked into it. And then I make another misplay and I go for an Explosion, probably just out of sheer impatience. But it was fairly obvious he was going to go into Bliss, and the Bliss was CB, and I should have just left it there. You know, it can't do jack all to me at the end of the day. I mean, it can soft wall up if it likes, it can throw a Toxic around or whatever, but, you know, I do have a Focus Punch in Ambipom, so I could have just double hit it a few times and it would be done. But no, I just go Explosion. I should have predicted that and switched out, because it can't do anything. But no, I go Explosion like a nonce, and then there goes my Heatran. So that's my second Exploder gone, and my second fastest Exploder gone. So I go into Celebi because it's about the best thing. I mean, I could go into Ambipom and U-turn, but that gives away the fact that I have an Ambipom, so there's not much point doing that. Bit of a waste, really. So, down goes the completely useless Bliss, which I had to waste a Heatran for. Hell, was it that worth it? I mean, Christ, Spiritomb probably could have had it. You know, if it locks itself in a soft-boiled, well, I've got a focus-punching Ambipom. So he's going to go back into Blaziken again, and this time I just have nothing. I've lost my Heatran, I have to try and go for the kill. I just do. So I go Sucker Punch, I do a pretty good amount, and then he's going to go for a Blitz. It looks like that took it into Blaze, so he is going to kill me. Yeah, Spiritomb is not surviving that. So his Blaziken just tore up my team entirely, which wasn't great. Wasn't the best thing in the world. But I do still have me Ambipom, even though it's shit and I hate it. And I went with Knockoff because, hey, you know, Knockoff's so great and sick. I didn't really think that. I figured it would just be kind of, you know, interesting to see how Knockoff would actually work in 4th gen since no one used it. And the answer is, it's crap. So don't bother. Anyway, I suppose it did help here because he's going to go into a CB Sizzle, and you can tell Kote's really bringing the beans with that one. He's got a Bliss, he got a pretty nifty, well, I think that was Scarf Blaziken, and he's got a CB Sizzle, so he's really going for it. And I have to go Knockoff. Now, that might look weird, I suppose I could have gone for a double hit or something, but I would rather have less damage on my Licky because I'm going to need Licky to Fire Blast this thing if I want to kill it. So I give that a go, and I'm going to go into Licky, and he switches out and he goes into a Slowbro, and that pretty much signals game over. There is no way I can beat the Slowbro Sizzle partnership, because I can go into Celebi, I can Seed Bomb, I can U-turn, I can do whatever, it doesn't really matter. If I keep... The only way I could really do it is if I kept U-turning on the Slowbro constantly, going back into Licky, going for Fire Blast. Eventually I'd whittle him down, but there's no way. The only way that I could theoretically get closer to winning is if I managed to explode and kill the Sizzle, if he wanted to predict the switch back to, you know, Celebi. So it's just, it's a lot of crap that needed to go perfectly, and it just wasn't going to go perfectly. Because he can U-turn as well, and I will say, even if I had Power Whip, I really don't think it would have helped. Because, you know, even then, I Power Whip a couple of times, he gets some damage on me, and then he kills me with Sizzle, funny enough. So that was kind of it. I went for a last-ditch explosion if he felt like staying in, trying to get the kill or whatever, which he wouldn't, because that would be retarded. Then I can take that out, and then I've got a vague glimmer of a hope, but on the other hand, it's a physical Celebi against a physical wall. I can do a lot of damage to it, but not enough. So there you go. That's the first match. Like I say, sacking Dave, fucking huge. I would have really liked Dave down the home straight. I think he had an Espeon, was it? I don't know. I'm not saying I'd kill it with a Shadow Ball, but I'd get mightily close. But no, so got crapped on there, and yeah, generally the choice of Ambipom was terrible, and wasting my Heatran on Blissey was really dumb because Scizor. Heatran has no fucks to give with Scizor, so I just threw it away like an idiot. So there you go, 3-0 loss to Cote right from the off. He showed up strong, man. He showed up with a pretty strong team, and I just was not ready for it. I showed up with my shitty Ambipom, and I just got flattened, so I wasn't best pleased. But there you go. So that's good game, Cote, and yeah, that's my first loss. Let's see what happens next.